Ladies and gentlemen, today in front of us we have the Extrema ratio Dark Talon. This is a Jesus big knife. As far as folders go, this isn't a knife as much as it is a pocket sword. And I can compare just about any knife in my arsenal to illustrate this. It's gonna be difficult for you to find a knife quite as large as this one. All right, so size comparisons. Hang on to your hats. There we have the PM2. It looks like this looks like something that you'd be cleaning your fingernails with, compared to that Dark Talon there. What else do we got? Let's get some big ones out here. We got the Rat number 1. Which, not even close. Not even in the same species. We have the Zero Tolerance 0850, also just a dwarf compared to that. And speaking of wee little people and wee little things, there's little Yoda. And yeah, a lot smaller than your Dark Talon there. So, I mean, you are talking about you need some deep pockets to carry this one, and I'm not just saying that. You actually do need deep pockets to carry it, because it has that's about the deepest carry pocket clip that you could ever hope to get. That's not deep. That's black hole. Kind of matches the whole motif of the knife. So, what do you say we get into the particulars of this thing? We have got an overall length of 10.625 inches. It's a long one. We have a blade length of almost 5 inches. It's coming in at 4.72 inches. We have a blade thickness. It's relatively thin stock for the size of it. It's 0.12. The material is Bowler N690. Quite often, that's a material that's quite often used over in Europe. What else do we got? It's an aluminum handle material, so it comes in pretty light. It's 4.2 ounces, so as far as your ounce to inch ratio, you're getting a lot of knife, and it's not all that heavy. And as far as ergos go, it's surprisingly ergonomic. A little bit of a hot spot here where the clip kicks up a bit. It kind of hits you kind of right below your pinky finger there as you're holding it. Of course, everyone's hands are a little bit different than mine, so maybe yours is a little smaller and you can get ahead of the clip, or maybe you've got big meat mittens for hands, and it takes up the whole darn thing. The action on it, I gotta say, is pretty good. The centering could be a little bit better, but it flies open. Lockup, solid. You're looking at a liner lock. Lockup is sitting right in there at about 50%. It is slicey, and it comes wicked sharp right from the factory. As far as the construction goes, you're looking at some pretty solid construction. I mean, it's good to go. You don't have to worry about this thing folding like a cheap suit. It will only fold when you ask it to. It will cut the things that you tell it to. And if you have deep enough pockets, it will carry quite nicely. It slides in and out of the pocket very easily. So as far as the whole pocket knife thing goes, pockets well, knives well. You've got an interesting pivot here, just a flathead screwdriver. The rest, you're looking at T8, T6 to get this thing disassembled, and I will be doing a disassembly video on this. I have replaced one of the washers in here. It comes with Teflon washers, but I replaced one of the washers with a phosphor bronze to see just to get it swinging swinging a little bit better. I was going to replace the other washer with a phosphor bronze as well. However, it wouldn't allow me to because of the liner lock, the lock bar there. So one phosphor bronze and one Teflon washer, and I have found with a little bit of lubrication that the action on this thing works pretty well. Not drop shut, but you know, the blade isn't, there's a lot of steel, well, there's a lot of length there, but there's not a lot of mass. They managed to keep the mass of the actual blade down. So as a result, your balance point is a little bit farther back than I would normally like. I usually like it more around the pivot. However, like I said, that's, as far as ergos go, that's not bad. Your thumb studs there kind of provide a little bit of a ledge for your kind of thumb to rest on there. It could stand to use a little bit of jimping back here, but other than that, I mean, it's chamfered in all the right places. There's no sharp edges contacting your hand, other than the one that you should really be avoiding anyway. That I don't think I really need to go much further into that. We all have our scars. And yeah, other than that, I gotta say, if I were to give this a rating out of 10, I'd give it a good solid 7.5. You know, if you're looking for a pocket sword, then this is definitely an option available to you. I would have enjoyed a sharpening choil, or have them sharpen the blade all the way back to the sharpening choil, sorry. So that's a little bit of an issue there. But again, you know, if you're looking to cut things, just because it didn't go all the way back to the sharpening choil doesn't mean that there's not still a whole bunch of blade here for you to do any sort of cutting you want with. I would not be afraid to take this. I would not be afraid to take this out camping with me. Be great for filleting fish, or just for general camp use, or what have you, around the campfire. It would definitely it definitely does well with food prep. Anyway, so there we have the Extrema Ratio Dark Talon. If you're looking for a pocket sword, you might want to consider this. All right. You guys have a great day. We'll see you next time.